factor, however, since by the time they arrive over Hamburg, we'll have long since landed at Innsbruck. The en route winds are generally favorable to us. There are some remnants of the polar jet stream just west of the airfield, so there might be a few bumps on the climb out away from Hamburg. But once in the cruise, I expect very little, if any, turbulence. The vertical profile chart just shows us an overview of the planned climb and descent performance with the winds relative to the altitude at that point. Please note that the direction of the wind barbs is not a side-on vertical profile, but instead a top-down overlay of the wind's geographic direction. As I said before, there's some plus 15 knot wind barbs over close to our climb out, which are going to be hitting us from our 5 o'clock, and then it's going to be a bit slower and turn more to our 6 o'clock. On the descent, we expect very little wind below about flight level 150. The descent profile seemingly intersects the mountain near Innsbruck. It obviously won't be a factor because we'll be deviating from a straight in line from Tulsa to Innsbruck by transitioning over to the approach, which provides us with safe terrain separation minima. A quick word on the airport layouts. At Hamburg, we're parked at gate 37. And once pushed back, I expect a taxi over line 1 and Romeo to the runway 33 display threshold. The runway is concrete and is 3,666 meters long, with an emergency run length available as 3,726 meters. I do not expect us to need this even on a single engine takeoff due to our very light weight. We should be able to just lift off without any trouble. Standard takeoff limitations: up to 80 we stop for any problems. Throttle idle and manual braking. Past 80, I will call 80 and will only be stopping for major problems I deem to endanger the safety of the aircraft. Throttle to idle and our RTO auto braking. Past V1, immediately auto throttle disconnect and apply full power. We'll rotate at V2, climb at V2 plus 10. Once positive rate established, immediately gear up and up to 1,000 feet, no further actions. After that, thrust the climb, declare emergency, accelerate, clean up, and continue to climb to minimum sector altitude with a hold over the Hamburg VOR or ATC assigned radar vectors. Highest obstacle within about 20-mile radius of the Hamburg VOR is a 1,000 foot mass about 10 miles southwest, and other than that, the terrain is pretty much flat. Innsbruck's runway surface is bitumen, and it's about 2,000 meters long, so considerably shorter than Hamburg. But even so, given our light loading, standard auto brake 2 should give us plenty of braking action, especially given the dry conditions. The taxiways do not connect to the approach ends, so we will definitely want to stop before passing the Alpha exit. Otherwise, it's going to be a taxi to the end of the runway and backtrack, which just wastes time, fuel, and holds everybody else up. And then it's a taxi back over Alpha to the apron, parking in front of the terminal, or as will be given any free spot that's available. So that's it for the flight briefing, and we'll be heading over to the crew bus and heading over to the aircraft. Well, see you there, guys. Okay, so there we are on the pad. We are at gate 37. Departure is about 25 minutes away, so we first need to call ground here, and I'm going to be starting the loading process quickly. Gonna have about 170 passengers. Let me check my weights here. We expect to have a zero fuel weight of 171.6, which means we need to load about 5,000 pounds. Okay, I'm gonna give it 10 minutes of APU, and then just go straight at taxi fuel. The trip fuel is going to be 16,800. Okay, total fuel 16,880. That's correct. And let's start loading her. Meanwhile, I'm going to be stepping inside of the cockpit. As you can see, the jetway is not attached. We'll pretend they have some sort of a problem here at Hamburg, and we're going to be using the classic Airstair and bus system. So we'll jump inside here. The airplane is currently in a powered on state. Wow, quite a reflection here on the yoke. Yeah, the sun's coming from behind. Check over here. Rotate the IRS into nav. Fire up the yaw damper. Electronic engine controls are coming on. Hydraulic pumps. APU is currently off. We're running off the GPU there. close the emergency lights, restart the ram air turbine, rev limiter is on, engine starter can be number 1, starter's going into auto for now. As you can see, fuel is currently increasing, 7,000 pounds on board. You got the nav lights obviously because the airplane's powered up and intended. Window heats. The flight attendant is apparently going apeshit here, but I'm gonna ignore him for now. Our landing altitude is 1950